Welcome everyone to this new video, and in this video we will be discussing what are the rules for managing the herd, and these rules are generally followed by most of the rabbit farming experts and rabbit farms all around the world. And because you need a framework and some way to keep track of all the breedings and all the weaning records and all those sort of things that are related. So it's really nice that if you can follow the same rules that everyone is following and getting high quality meat, and this is really helpful in making a consistency in the production of good quality meat, and then the rabbits, of course. So, and then of course you need a system to function. If you don't have those rules in place, then you can't actually know what is happening, and then of course you can't be sure, or you cannot predict the production rate of your whole system. Once you have this system in place, then you can actually predict that after how many months you can get, let's say, X amount of rabbits or X kilogram of meat that you can sell. So once you have this system in place, then it's really easy to keep track of the things and the rabbits and all those sort of things. So basically the rules are divided based on the days, right from the breeding day. So let's discuss what are those rules. So it starts on the first day, and on the first day what you will do is that you will bring your doe to the buck's cage if she is receptive, and then the receptivity can be checked by the physical examination of your doe. And if you can see that the reception is active, and the doe is in the mood of having the mating, then you can bring her to the buck's cage. Alright, so some people bring the buck to the doe's cage, and some people bring a doe to the buck's cage. So it usually depends which practice you can follow. Usually it is seen that the buck is added to the doe's cage, and then of course you can do the other way around as well. But check that what works for you. And so on the first day, let's suppose that you have done the mating, and some people do it so that they just do the mating and then they forget, and there are situations where you have the false pregnancies and false alarms and these sort of things. So it's really important that you can do the pulpate testing on day 14. So if the mating is successful, then pulpate her 13 days later, the doe. And if of course if the mating is not successful, then you can just bring her back to the buck's cage, or bring the buck and then try again the mating. Alright, so let's say on day 14 you are sure, and after the testing you are sure that there are signs of pregnancies. So then you leave your doe as it is, and some people do it so that they just put the nest box right away. Don't do it, because it is quite dangerous, because it could hurt kids inside the doe's womb. So on usually it is seen that people usually put the nest box on 28 days after the breeding, or after the mating, or 14 days after the pulpate testing. So on day 28 put the nest box, and what should be the nest box like, and how to build a nest box. We have other videos on our channel as well that you can watch and see what sort of nest box is usually recommended. I can also link that video here. So on the day 28th, like from the first day of the mating, or 14 days after the palpation testing, put the nest box. Then on 31, you should expect kindling 3 days after the nest box. Sometime it's like a day above or below, but you should expect kindling on the day 31. And then it usually depends on your breed type, and then of course on the feed, and then the health of your does, that when are you planning to rebreed. So again, after if let's say the breeding is happened on the day 31, so between the day 33 and the day 60, you can do the rebreeding. And as I said, it depends on the quality of the breed and many other things, but you have to check and see what works best for you. But usually between day 33 to day 60, this is what it happens. And so once you're done with it, and then there's a stage that comes for weaning. And of course there are 2 rules for weaning as well. And the first one is that so remove the nest box after 14 days after the birth and then after 28 days you can, of the birth of the kids, you can actually wean the kids from the doe. So these are the 2 rules. And we have all these things that you can track with our app. I'll demonstrate these features in our Rabbitry mobile application as well. These last two rules, like weaning rules, these are not yet added to the platform, but in the future updates you should see these 2 things or 2 dates as well in our platform. So let's start with our application. So this is our app, as you can see. If you haven't installed it yet, please do install it. I have shared the link here. So if you go to the link rabbitry.farming.fi, you should see a link for iOS or Android version, so you can install any of the versions. And now I have installed the app and I have logged in. So there is this breeding section, so go to the breeding section, and then these are just test litters that I have added. So let's say you add a new litter, or let me first delete these 2 so that I can add another one. So I'll just delete this one, and then I'll delete this one as well, so that we have a new fresh start. So recently we have added this feature of filtering the breeding with the name of the either doe or buck, so you can use that as well. So let's add a new breeding log. So let's say the buck was with the ear buck and the doe was with the ear doe. So here are the dates that we are talking about. So the first one is the date bred. Let's say you bred on 23rd of April 2020. So when you select this date, the software will automatically fill in all those dates automatically for you. So these dates are, I will show you how you can set those default days after the breeding. So let's say the bred date is 23rd of April, and then the testing date is like 5th of May, and then all these nest box date expected. You can also put the expected kindle date, and then the actual kindle date you can choose it, so that's why it's not selected here. And then you can have the planned rebreed date. And in the upcoming versions, as I have mentioned, we will also add these 2 dates for the weaning as well. So you can choose and so let's hit save. And once this record is saved, as you can see, so once this is saved, then you should see these dates here. So let's say you have bred 18 hours ago. It actually calculates the day from the start of the day, so that's why it's showing 18 hours ago, but it's basically you did the breeding on today. So, and then of course it will show you the test, so when you should test, and it's like 2 weeks from now, and then nest box is 4 weeks from now, expected kindle date is 1 month from now, and then the rebreed date is 3 months from now. And as the days will pass, you will see these days going down, and then you should see, let's say if now the 2 weeks are passed, then you should see a test today. And then you can filter, sort these dates. Let's say you have 15 litters, and then you would like to see which of these litters have test nest box date. So you can choose the nest box date here, so it will sort all those logs with the nest box date, and then you can do it so that you can sort with the upcoming date of the litter first. So it will show you the one with the latest litter date. So let's add another record and see this feature. So let's add the same bug, but this time we will choose the doe 2, and let's suppose we have bred our doe on 13th of February, and let's save this record. And as you can see here, now we have 2 breeding logs, and so it says that for this litter the testing was 2 months ago, nest box was 1 month ago, and the rebreed 1 week from now. So let's say now you would like to sort these records by the testing date, or let's say by the rebreed date. So if you go there, so as you can see here, now the rebreed this record is on the bottom with the buck, and the doe 2 it's in the bottom. But now I would like to see that what is the next doe or the next litter that I need to or the doe that I need to rebreed. So if I go to the rebreed here, and then if I click here, so now as you can see, if I sorted it in this way, then I can see that the rebreed is 1 week from now, and then for this litter the rebreed is 3 months from now. So this is how you can keep track of your does and breedings and all sort of things with our app. And then of course you can see the summary of all your breedings here. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope you have liked this video, and please do subscribe to the channel. And if you have already downloaded our app, please do send your reviews on the Play Store or App Store. And if you have any questions, please do ask in the comment section, and I'll try to explain them with another video. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, and have a nice day. Bye.